Welcome back to Real Talk. Today is a big episode. I'm so excited.
Highly anticipated. I'm gonna ask everybody to ignore the fact that I look like I just got done with a shift at Olive Garden, with the collared shirt. I have a really big presentation today.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm a businesswoman for Halloween because this is the Halloween episode. So maybe I'm just a CEO climbing the corporate ladder with a smile on my face.
It's like you got inspired by Barbie.
Yes, I'm just like, I'm probably a girl boss or something.
Yeah. You saw Will Ferrell and you're like, hey, let's change that. Let's bring some feminism to the office.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Because of Halloween, we're gonna be going over the best movies to watch during this time of year. I saw you watch Pearl yesterday.
Yes, I watched Pearl yesterday.
I was surprised you didn't watch the prequel first.
I know.
Yeah.
I should have watched X first, but I was more interested in Pearl because, I see all the people talking about it
Yeah.
on the internet, and I was like, wow.
I need to see it.
It was very good.
Yeah, everybody's spread around like the final shot of the movie though. It's
the
like,
end credit?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll watch it. I think I'll watch it when Maxine comes out, the third one.
Yeah, I should have watched X first. I'll watch that next.
I think I'll be okay. That one has Jenna Ortega.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yep. That movie looks
It was a very controversial move for her. Lots of people were like, why is she?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she did.
Because she had like just turned 18, and they were like, wow.
No, I respect it. I think it's cool that she did it. And yeah, I think Pearl looks very cool. I like Mia Goth.
I love her
A lot. She's a cool cat. She's on one of my movies, Infinity Pool. It came out this year. It's about a guy who like goes on a freaky vacation and meets some crazy like rich people, and he keeps getting cloned and stuff. And it's a very wild ride. It's on Hulu, and I would recommend it since it flew kind of under the radar. But I was actually scared at the theater when I watched that because it was just me, and there was two other guys in the front. It was a very like freaky movie, so I was a little paranoid. So I was like, oh gee, are they gonna kidnap me? Like there was one time where I think he had to go to the bathroom or something, but then I saw him on the steps. I thought it was coming towards me, and I got really scared.
I think you could probably fight back. I think you would be okay.
No, they were like adults who were kind of big. I think it would have been over. Plus it's like the smaller theater, so like there's only one hallway.
Where was it at?
Regal.
Oh.
Yeah, because they put the smaller movies in the smaller screen, sadly.
Yeah.
Bad for my safety. What's one of your other movies?
I have Rosemary's Baby on here.
Oh.
I love that one.
Oh wow, I didn't realize you saw that.
Yes, it's a very slow burn horror movie. It's very good. Kind of very strange.
Yeah, it was very big. It was very big. It established Roman in a huge way as a big filmmaker. I think if you watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it works as a nice adjacent piece.
I feel like I have to talk about Blair Witch Project. No. You don't like it?
No.
See, the thing is, I've watched it multiple times. I enjoy it. Is it overhyped? I don't know, because I think the reason it was so big when it first came out was that nobody knew whether or not like the footage was real or not. Like nobody understood that it was just acting. So people were like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But now that we know, it's like, okay.
Yeah, Survivor, that was my favorite show for a very long time. They did like a challenge inspired by the Blair Witch Project. And I was just like, I just don't really like found footage stuff. I think it's about like, let's make real movies.
Yeah.
You know?
And that movie kind of paved the way for the found footage stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Bruce Willis actually predicted that on the set of Pulp Fiction. It's like a video where he's like, he sees like one of the little cameras. He's like, hey, Tarantino, people in the future is going to take these cameras and make movies. And that's what happened like 6 years later with Blair Witch Project. But I think one of my other movies is Nope. That came out last. Did you see that?
Yes.
Wow. Did you like it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I like went back and forth on it because when I originally watched it, I was like, this is awesome. But then as the third act, I was like, this isn't so good. But then, now I'm back on the Nope train. Because I realized for the third act, I used to think it was like kind of bland, because before that's very like twisty and stuff, but then the third act plays it straight. I thought it was predictable, but I feel like now it was like an inevitable thing. I think it's cool, whatever you like, it's not predictable, but it's like it has to happen. I think it adds a real tragedy to the story. And I think the overall movie just looks really good.
Yeah.
And it's super fun.
Yeah. I feel like I also want to talk about Hereditary. It's pretty iconic.
Yeah. Her screaming. Toni Collette scream. Do you think she should have been nominated for the Oscar? Because that's a real controversial thing. I say shut out the horror movies, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I don't think it was Oscar worthy in my
Yeah,
opinion.
everybody says she should be nominated. Plus, that's like, I'm not the biggest fan of her. Like, she's
Yeah.
good. Like, she's a good, I can tell she's a good actress, but it's one of those things. It's like me with Anthony Hopkins. I know they're good, but I don't vibe with them.
And then I talked about this last week, which I realized I should have saved it, Megan and
Yeah.
Maul. But we've already spoken about those, so we can move on.
Yeah, I saw your best line delivery tweet with Megan.
And then a French person responded.
Oh,
A French
wow.
person like tweeted the video, so I responded to it in French, and then they deleted their tweet.
Oh, no. Maybe the French was.
I was very sad. I hope my French wasn't too broken. Maybe that was the issue, because I responded, and well, they were like, the person said, "This scene was so funny. I was laughing so hard at the movie." And I was like, "Yes, this movie is hilarious. Megan is so talented. I laughed so hard at the cinema." And I said it like in French, and they deleted the tweet.
You have an international audience.
They're like, why is this American
That's
speaking
very,
to me in broken French?
That's very impressive. I think another one of mine is From Dusk Till Dawn. It's fine. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Wow.
That's a good
Valerie.
one.
Yeah. That's very good. Did you like the big like twist of that?
Yes.
It's considered like one of, like the best tonal shift ever. For a while when I was writing stuff, I kept trying to like do that.
Yeah, I didn't expect it.
But for me, when it's like a 5-page thing and I just do a big shift 2 pages in, it looked like just like a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
That movie was a big inspiration for me. I think the director, Robert Rodriguez, he could have been one of the greatest of all time if he didn't like. He got absorbed by the Hollywood system, though. Sadly, he'll be
Happens
missed.
to many.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about Parasite, which I have been open about my love for.
Yeah.
I think Parasite is just amazing, and they were working with like such a low budget on that movie. So-
Yeah. It makes me sad it won Best Picture, to be honest. But
But I think it was sort of deserving, honestly.
I just think in a year.
Have you even seen it?
No.
Well, how do you know if it was best worth?
Well, I just think in a year where like both Tarantino and Scorsese release these like big movies, it's like let's give it to one of those guys. You know, we have this
They-
big battle. Let's just give it to
I
one
think
of
they
them.
have enough awards, though.
No, but
personally.
like I just think from a narrative perspective, especially since like we're ending the 2010s, COVID happens after, so it's like an end of an era. It would have been really nice historically for me.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then, oh, sorry.
Oh, I think I watched Knock at the Cabin this year
Haven't seen
too.
that.
That's on Peacock. It's all right. It has some interesting stuff, but the guy, it's like Dave Bautista comes into their house because it's like these people on vacation. He's like, if you don't make a sacrifice, the whole world's gonna end. So it leads to some interesting stuff.
I want to mention Death Becomes Her.
Oh yeah,
That's Meryl Streep, Goldie Hawn. Very good. I love Meryl.
I thought Bruce Willis was so awesome in that.
Yeah.
Like he's so depressed. Like there's a scene where he's like, "Oh, I've wasted my whole life," and I'm like, "This isn't like funny at all." That was like the most beautiful thing he's ever done.
Yeah, and I'm actually, like, the movie felt more comedic to me than horror, honestly. So when I found out it was, like, in the horror genre,
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I wrote a piece about Death Becomes Her for my site about like Bruce and the whole aging thing because it really impacted me.
Yeah, it's all
It's
about
like-
eternal youth.
Yeah,
you
the
know.
whole like natural law. I was like,
Mhm.
when they kept saying natural law, I was like, oh my god, that's good. Like that was a really impressive movie. I didn't expect. Like it's so dark. I said it's the perfect sequel to Beetlejuice.
Yes, and I was gonna mention Beetlejuice right after this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's like both like present themselves as like these like fun campy movies, but then I watched them I'm like this is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Like I
Yeah.
think Beetlejuice is the saddest movie ever.
I agree.
Like just people trapped, like they can't die, they can't go to hell or heaven. They're just like trapped on Earth with no impact.
That's
I'm
almost
like-
that's so much worse.
Yeah, I was like this is like I was like kind of like depressed after watching Beetlejuice. I was like this, how are we making musicals and stuff about this? I'm like that was so sad to me.
But anyway, do you want to talk about something we were both looking forward to? Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh my god. I think Killers of the Flower Moon is a total masterpiece. It's this like beautiful silent meditation on evil. I love whenever movies are quiet. And I think Killers is that. It's so subtle, but it just works on every level. I think anybody could enjoy it. It's so beautiful. I think Originally I said Leo to you wasn't my best actor guy for this year, but now he is. And
Yeah.
he's grown on me. That performance
Whenever
has grown on me.
whenever he found out that his baby
Yeah. This baby died?
yeah, I didn't want to spoil, but
It's okay.
It's okay.
No, that's
It's not a huge part of the
They're in
movie.
the prison cells. It's like you have DiCaprio. He's gave the best performance, but then the prison warden also walks over to De Niro. Like he's doing his whole thing. It's like you're watching like this
The
masterpiece.
best of the best. It was so beautiful. Like his reaction to finding out that like his baby died was like so beautiful and like made I was a little teary eyed, even though this guy is kind of a horrible person.
He's just a horrible person.
Yeah.
But yeah, throughout the entire movie, I was like, we have two best actors, but like it didn't really feel like it. But in that moment, it like feels like it. You're
Yeah.
like, this is like the best of the generation.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't talk about the killer cowboy in it. You know, it's like the guy with the cowboy hat. He's like, I thought that guy was so good. Like, we weren't really talking about him much, but I think he's like a country singer. He just like pops up and like, this guy is like he's like really interesting
Yeah.
to me.
I hear everybody saying that we're rooting for Lily Gladstone for the Oscar.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't know about that because we talked about this. She was like gone for the entire second act.
Yeah,
she was sick. And yes, I loved her performance. I thought she was very good. And she like the casting of the movie is so accurate. It is insane like looking at the pictures. So,
yeah, I think I had to block her on Instagram and stuff though. It's just like really annoying online. And I don't want to affect it by like awards
wow.
point of view. But I love whenever actors play like depressed people. But she's just so depressed in it. She's like dead. I love when people are just like dead. They just like, it's like what Pacino did back in the day. That's what she's doing, and I think it's cool. But yeah, I was watching the movie and she's just kind of gone. I was like, how are people like coming on this and just like declaring her a front runner? Like Spike Lee was like, she has my vote. I was like, I get voting for her. But I think it all hinges on really like if Emma Stone is nice or not. If Emma Stone's bad, then I'll vote for Lily.
Yeah,
but like,
I think it depends.
I think Emma will deliver.
She's my front runner for now,
Yeah.
just because I'm biased and I love her very much.
Everybody loves her, Melly.
I know.
She's a gift to the world. I think it's her and Uma Thurman, and then Prime, Almost Famous Girl. I think they're the top three, but I don't remember her name. No, but she's very good. It's Kate something. Yeah, but Killers, I would recommend that. Brendan Fraser also, he's getting a lot of controversy, but is people saying he should get back the Oscar?
I feel like he wasn't I mean, yes, he overacted a little bit, but comparing him to the Kool-Aid Man is a little much.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, World of Real did a nice little piece on that, but I enjoyed it. I like whenever actors go on. I like Tom Hanks in Elvis. I like Brendan Fraser in this. I thought his scenes, you like remember them.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him playing it, especially since coming off an Oscar. And it's like, wow, this guy's just in here for a bit. It's like, it helps the scale of the movie for me.
Yeah.
What do you give it out of 5, Mallory?
I gave it a 4.5.
Yeah.
The only reason it lost that half star is a little stupid, but that would have to be for historic inaccuracies, but that's really no big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a little bit, just considering like the nature of the movie is a very hard topic, but I thought it was beautiful. It was so beautiful to look at. Like every shot was so beautiful. I loved the editing. I loved the cast. I loved the acting. I loved the storyline. I loved how slow it moved. I love this movie.
Yeah, I had a good time. Once I got to the end, I was like, I could do another hour or two. Like what happens to him in prison and stuff. You know, give me a prison movie out of this. But I thought it was awesome. I gave it a 5 out of 5. Like if Oppenheimer didn't release this year, it'd easily win for me. Like everything.
Yeah.
I think it's easily the like second best movie of the 20s so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big.
I think Oppenheimer's a top dog, but Killers, we recommend it. Awesome time. Yep. I remember what I was gonna tell you too the other day. I watched SNL. It was rough.
It was bad.
It was not good. It had Bad Bunny, so like the entire episode was in Spanish.
Oh. Yeah.
And it was
for us incompetent one language people. What does it mean when you're not bilingual?
Lingual.
Uno lingual. Wait.
Just
Wait, that's one,
Is
right?
it like monolingual or something?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that was really embarrassing.
It's
okay.
fine.
It's okay.
Yeah. Well, also for Halloween, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's a TV show, but all the Halloween episodes there are fun. Modern Family, their Halloween stuff, when Mitchell's in a bathroom with a Spider-Man costume.
Oh, I love that episode. It's
Yeah.
like first season.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it's first.
Also, I meant to ask you, because you, during your tell-all interview, you said you didn't like the family structure, and I was like, what about Modern Family? That's
Well, actually, I rewatched Modern Family. Now I viewed it a different light. I think it's more of a tragedy. People realize, yeah.
why?
Because you watch those later seasons, it gets like really dark. It's like
It does.
nobody's succeeding. Like Alex is just a cat person. Like Haley has her kidney issues, so she like has the lips up, and like her life sucks. She's with Dylan, and like we know her life won't turn out well. Like where's the money coming from?
We know she was never supposed to end up with Dylan.
Claire's literally just an alcoholic. Like in those final like 6 seasons, she's like
It does get pretty rough.
She's like drinking every single episode. They're making a joke like once you hit season 5, like halfway through 5, she's a glass of wine. She never puts it down. Like she always
Wait.
has a wine with her.
You are right, actually. It does turn really sad.
Now once you get to like season 8, they're just joking about it. Like, oh, Claire with her wine. Oh, I finished another bottle, guys. And it's like some dude will be over, hey, keep the wine for me. It's like you're an alcoholic. And then also Manny, I think he becomes the worst because like but see, if you look at the earlier seasons, I was talking about like the mommy issues and stuff and how you shouldn't treat him that way. But you actually see in the later seasons, because the show runs on for so long, like how it affected him, how it made him a bad person. So like you really watch it. I think the show is darker. There'll be a piece about it, I think, in the future, like 20th anniversary.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm actually feeling very inspired. That kind of changed my perspective on the show. Thank you for your insight, Sam.
Yeah, because I watched it, I was like, this is so negative. And I was like, wait a second.
Maybe I'll write a little piece on it.
Oh yeah, that would make me so happy.
Anyway, I think it's time to wrap this episode up.
This
has
was
been
a good
longer
one.
than the normal
Yeah,
ones.
we got a nice 21. I think 21 minutes looks very pretty. So, yeah, Mallory dressed up businesswoman. I'm dressed up as Deadpool. I hope
Oh, sorry. Oh,
everybody has a safe Halloween.
yes.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna say. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's it. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the show's been doing so well, and it makes me so happy. I'm
It
so
means
proud
a lot.
of it.
It means a lot to us.
Yep.
Really.
Have a good day.
Goodbye.